Case number 012, Guardianship, the last resort you want to avoid.
Hi, I'm Megan Rodgers, and I'm here with attorney
Sarah Young.
Oh my God.
Tim just almost spit his drink.
There was almost a spit take that happened.
So today we're talking about guardianships. And here's why you should care. Because you should. Ma'am, taken my joy. If you don't plan properly, someone you love might end up needing one. Or worse, you might need a guardianship. And once that happens, you've lost control of your entire life. And this is really sad to see. And
Yes.
unfortunately, in the area of law that we practice, we see this. And people don't really even know what it means truly on how many rights are stripped with a guardianship.
Yes, I've watched adult children petition to become their parent's guardian, and the parent sits there confused and upset while a judge decides if they're competent to manage their own life. It is absolutely heartbreaking. And in many cases, avoidable.
And what's sad is, I've seen families spend $15,000 and more on guardianship proceedings that wouldn't have been necessary if they'd spent, anywhere from $5,000 to $8,000 on a proper estate plan 5 years earlier.
And in many cases, it doesn't even have to be a complicated estate plan. I would put the $5,000 and up range to be more of a sophisticated estate plan.
Yes.
It doesn't even always have to be that complicated. So today we'll cover what guardianship actually means, how it affects assets and real estate, the better alternatives, and why you should handle this now.
Yeah. So, Sarah, what is a guardianship?
We're just jumping right into it.
We are.
No fun stuff today?
We'll do fun stuff in a little bit.
Okay.
Stay focused, Sarah.
Stay thirsty, my friends. All right. So a guardianship is when a court determines that someone is incapacitated and they cannot make their own decisions. The court, there are statutory considerations and language to that, which we'll not get into right now. But the court basically appoints another person to make decisions for them. And it's the court saying, you are no longer legally capable of running your own life.
So some of the things that people don't realize happen with the guardianship are things like you can't vote.
Can't drive.
You can't drive.
Mm-hmm. Unless the court allows an exception or a restriction or a limited guardianship, but go ahead.
Well, I was just thinking that there's just you just lose basically over half your constitutional rights.
Yeah, you lose the right to choose where you live, control your own money, sell your property, make medical decisions, get married, vote, sometimes drive, enter contracts. Imagine being 75 years old and needing permission to buy a coat, or being told you're moving to a nursing home and you don't have a say about it. That's guardianship.
I felt strongly.
What just happened over there?
I hit my mic.
Oh.
With my Stanley.
Your sippy cup.
My sippy cup. So, but sometimes it is the only option. I mean, so we're not saying they're always all bad. There are times that it is necessary. My stepdaughter is one that needed a guardian because she's not capable of, she can't even write her own name. She has medical conditions that she is intellectually disabled. So we're not saying guardianships are all bad.
No, absolutely not. Sometimes they are very needed, very much needed.
So, well, let's talk about some of the ones that could be avoided, though.
Right. So sometimes it is the only answer, like Megan discussed. So here's a real example. When a client's loved one, usually parent, has no prior estate planning. So Client's mother had a massive stroke at 68, and she had no power of attorney, nothing. The family couldn't access bank accounts, couldn't sell their house to pay for care, couldn't make medical decisions. They had no choice but guardianship.
But if she had had the proper documents before the stroke, none of this would have been necessary.
In many cases, yes.
Not all. And Sarah's favorite phrase,
It depends. So,
What was it that Britney Spears was under?
conservatorship.
yes. So essentially guardianship. In California, I believe it's called a conservatorship. It's called different things in different states. But yeah, so she lost control of her money. Her dad was managing her finances, and she was basically given an allowance, and she had to go back to him every time she wanted to do anything outside of that. And for a while, arguably, she needed that. But, you know, and there are mechanisms to eliminate or remove the guardianship or the incapacity determination. But it is very difficult to have that taken away once a court deems you to be incompetent.
So in most guardianship cases that we see, it could have been avoided with proper planning. Not all, but a lot of them.
That's fair. So, you know, there are different scenarios. There are 3 types of guardianships in North Carolina. Not 2, 3. There's the general guardianship. I'm sorry, let me back up. That's the third one. The first one, guardian of the person. So that's control of the person, living situation, healthcare, things like that. Second, guardian of the estate. That's everything financial, all assets and finances. And then the third one is a general guardianship, which is both. So in this state, there are 3 different types. So first of all, we've got the financial nightmare, right? So the problem is accessing assets. We did one of these not too long ago.
Yep.
Where mom and dad obviously had been together over 50 years. And dad developed, I believe, Lewy body dementia.
Yes.
Mom was healthy and helped manage things until, and they had a POA. I think they had a
They
POA.
had a healthcare POA, but it was mom.
Yes, but it was mom. They had no financial POA because dad didn't trust anybody. And something happened. Mom died suddenly. Well, dad was in a facility. And suddenly nobody had access to the bank accounts or any way to pay any bills or manage any investments. And the children were basically helpless. So with a guardianship, you can do all of the above. You can access bank accounts, pay bills, manage investments. But the court requires approval for major transactions. You must file annual accountings. You do have to be bonded if you're a guardian of the estate or general guardianship. You're subject to court audits, and you can be removed if you mess up. And the big one, Megan.
Real estate.
Yes. So let's say, going back to that scenario, and, you know, this was the case. Dad has dementia and owns a $300,000 house. The kids want to sell it to pay for care. Without guardianship, you cannot sell that house. So you'd have to petition the court for permission to sell. There has to be a court hearing. A guardian ad litem has to be appointed and weigh in. The judge must then approve it. The proceeds go to the guardian account and is tracked and reported to the court. Nothing is private. So using the actual money then also requires court approval and documentation.
So the house that would have taken 60 days to sell now can take more than 6 months and have thousands in legal fees.
Yes. So anyway, back to that example we were using. Gentleman with dementia owned a house. Mom died. Family wanted to sell. There was no power of attorney. And by the time they got guardianship and the court approval 8 months later, the market had shifted. And thankfully, we're not really in that market anymore. But in this case, the family lost $40,000 in value, plus thousands in guardianship costs. And then what happened, Megan? Shortly after guardianship
All of that
was awarded,
stuff, he passed away.
he passed away. Was
So-
it 9 days?
Yeah.
9 days after it was finalized, he passed away.
So they spent all that money and it wouldn't really have been necessary. But who knew? Nobody knows when you're going to die.
Right.
So.
Well, and honestly, with proper estate planning, which is, outside the guardianship context, that could have been handled too. So the issue of, okay, well, what do we do with the house? We finally got under contract. We finally got court approval. Then he dies. You wouldn't have to even go there with a proper estate plan. That, with a basic trust that would be, I'm not going to quote prices on a podcast, but significantly less than the amount that you would pay for the guardianship proceeding. So, plus the time, hassle, annoyance of the court accountings, the bonding, the scrutiny. And they do look line by line on every dollar that is spent. I had one time where the court nitpicked the ward, which is what the incompetent person is called. Her favorite thing was Taco Bell. She loved Taco Bell. The court nitpicked the caretaker taking her to Taco Bell and using her guardianship account's debit card a few times a week for Taco Bell because they didn't save the receipts. And then they said, well, you're spending $8.95 here, and then you spend $18 here. So was that really for her? Well, the caretaker once in a while would buy Taco Bell for the grandkids too. But can't use that money for anybody other than the incapacitated or incompetent person. So it just gets cringy, gets messy. It's very scrutinized by the court. And, it's not the clerks themselves. They're just doing their job. You have to have documentation for every penny spent from that account. And it could have definitely been avoided in many cases with a proper estate plan. So,
Because you have and the upfront costs of the filing fees, the attorney fees, the cost of the guardian ad litem, medical evaluations, and then, of course, it's so much time.
and the ongoing costs, you then have to file annual accountings, pay court costs on that, court fees for approvals. And then if you have to sell big ticket items like a house, there are the filing fees again, the attorney fees again, guardian ad litem fees again. It just keeps coming back. So
when you compare that to the cost of a power of attorney, which is a one-time fee and no annual fees and no court oversight.
right. You're talking a few $100s versus thousands. So
Thousands for the costs on top of what you lose.
yeah. So the thing is, you generally think with guardianships. We talked about, I gave the horrible Taco Bell scenario or situation, right?
Right.
There are other downstream effects to that. So a guardian generally cannot make gifts without court approval. And this includes even money to grandchildren for college. Even if they had a history of giving to the church, cannot generally continue charitable gifting. And often can't even make holiday gifts. I've had that question before when grandma, who would think that no grandma would give their grandkids $100 for Christmas? But can't do it. So maybe your mom always gave each grandchild $5,000 at Christmas. I want to be her kid.
Yeah.
As her guardian, you can't do it without court approval, which costs more in legal fees than the gifts. So, in North Carolina, you must file an inventory within 90 days of guardianship. So, it's just constant court involvement. So you have to list every asset, and then you have to, again, file annual accounting showing where every dollar, every penny was spent. You miss a deadline, the sheriff's going to come visit you, and then the court can remove you as guardian if they don't like how the money's spent or how you accounted for it. So
You're managing someone's entire financial life, but also reporting it to the court every step of the way.
yes. So there's got to be a better way, right?
And guess what? Tim, there is.
Yay. I was just thinking, I wish there was another way.
And there is 3 simple documents.
Number 1, Durable power of attorney.
Sometimes referred to as the financial power of attorney.
That's right. Durable means it continues after you become incapacitated. A regular power of attorney, potentially, I mean, we don't really see those much in our state anymore, but you learn about it. But it ends when you lose capacity, which is exactly when you need it the most. So you always want a durable.
But the durable power of attorney would have allowed those clients of ours to access the bank accounts. Mm-hmm. They could have paid the bills. They could have sold the house. They could have applied for benefits. All the things they needed to do, they could have done if they had a durable power of attorney.
Yes. It's extremely important. Now, there have been cases where a power of attorney was in place. One of the saddest cases that I can remember, mom stopped listening to her power of attorney and would answer calls for these lotteries. Like they would these scam calls, and they would say, "Hey, we're going to put your name in a lottery. Just pay us $100 and we'll enter your name in for a chance to win." Well, she was hooked. And then once they hook you and you send them $100, overseas, or send a money order somewhere, some PO box, well, then they start harassing you over and over again. Long story short, mom had given away over $100,000 over a period of like 3 years before the son really caught it. Because she seemed like she was managing well. She seemed like she was doing well. But little things here and there kind of turn them on to little things she said, right? She hasn't lost capacity. She hasn't lost legal competency. So she can't really be stopped because she still has all of her rights. So in those cases, sometimes even with a durable power of attorney, you would still have to have guardianship unless you have something like a trust. And we'll get into that later. But alternative number 2, Megan.
The healthcare power of attorney, which is a great document that covers all of your medical decisions, end-of-life care, facility placement, doctor selection, all of those things. But it is completely separate from the durable power of attorney. It does not. The durable power of attorney has nothing to do with healthcare.
And it doesn't have to be the same person. So you might trust your spouse with your money, but your daughter with your medical decisions. And that's okay. You get to pick. But that's the key. You pick it. The court is not appointing it and directing it.
And then the last one would be the living will or advanced directive.
So what is it? It states your wishes for end-of-life care. Do you want life support? Do you want feeding tubes? You decide. Not the court, not someone else. You get to decide. And this removes the burden from your family. They don't have to guess. They know exactly what your wishes are. And this one's not on the list. I know we said there are 3 alternatives, but I'm going to go ahead and add in here a well-planned trust. There are plenty of things you can plan around and plan for with a trust. If it's done properly, if it's set up properly, if it's funded properly. So I know I harp on this, but that's where it comes back to. You have to have a good financial advisor, a good estate planning attorney, and a good CPA.
Absolutely.
So that we can get all those pieces managed together before you need them, before you need to rely on the documents you put in place.
So the one thing that makes me cringe pretty hard when we're meeting with clients and Sarah's putting together these documents for people is them not naming backups.
Yes.
They just name spouse.
And then spouse dies.
Mm-hmm. And that's it, which, is basically what happened with our other clients, where mom died and then dad died after the guardianship was in place, is everything was just the 2 of them. No one else. And once she died, they were floundering. Well,
and the thing to remember is with a power of attorney, especially a durable power of attorney, you can revoke a healthcare at any time as well. But with a durable power of attorney is what people get a little nervous about because it has to do with money. But you can revoke it or change it at any time with a simple document. And you can name a primary, and it doesn't matter who you name as secondary, third, fourth, fifth, whatever. If it's written correctly, the subsequent people cannot act unless and until the first person can't. So if in that scenario, let's say their estate planning was done in the 80s. Adult children are now in their 50s. So obviously it had been a while since it had been updated.
Yeah.
But that would have been fine if they had just named some kid, like named somebody else. Maybe not, Uncle Joe or Aunt Linda, because they're probably not going to be around 30, 40 years from now. But, the kids, I think their oldest child would have been, if I did the math correctly, based on this scenario we're talking about, the oldest child was over age, but they didn't feel like they were old enough to handle the responsibility. Maybe, I don't know, but you can always redo the documents. So they could have redone the documents, in the 2000s and the 90s, whenever they decided that they had found another person that might be responsible, whether it be one of the kids or not. But you can always add a backup, but that backup doesn't mean they have any authority until they have to have authority. And you can tear the thing up. Now, if it's recorded with the county, you have to record something revoking it. But you can do that. You can change it. So let's say you name your spouse and then your favorite child. And then 5 years later, your favorite child is no longer your favorite child. You don't want them handling anything. Hey, it happens.
It does. It does.
And then we're not going to get into our favorite clients who like to change things every couple months. They are my favorite. But anyway, you can change it, which is why we recommend a yearly or every 2 to 3 year review, because life situations change, and the people that were close to you at this stage in your life might not be the people that you trust in this stage of your life. But it's changeable. It's not permanent. So don't be afraid of it. It's necessary. It's needed. Go talk to an attorney about it.
All right. So, Sarah, I need you to tell me motion granted or motion denied.
Oh, okay.
You ready?
Maybe.
Waiting until you're old enough to do estate planning.
Denied. You're old enough at 18, definitely by 40. Once you start having assets and children and spouses, it's time.
Assuming your family will figure it out.
Denied. They'll figure it out in court expensively.
Yeah, ain't that the truth? Getting these documents done, even though it feels morbid.
Granted. I used to work for an attorney, and I love the way she explained this, because she said estate planning is really a compassionate thing. It's an act of love. And love means protecting your family from bureaucracy, from the court, and from potential upset after you died.
So, assuming a will is enough.
Denied. A will works only after you died. Doesn't help during incapacity. And on the side note there, I've also heard, well, I got a power of attorney. That works during your life, but not at death. Side note. Okay, next.
So reviewing your documents every 5 to 10 years.
Denied. You need to review more often than that. If you have a life change, your documents should change. And if you're in that key range, 20 to probably 60, think about how many life events and milestones you go through in your 20s, in your 30s, 40s, 50s. Why would you think that a document you executed at age 25 will suit you at age 45, at age 50, 60, 70? So 5 to 10 years, of course you need that. But in my opinion, 2 to 3 years, every 2 to 3 years.
Yep, that's what we tell our clients.
So
come back and visit with Sarah.
I have a question for you.
Okay.
It's not scripted. It's off the cuff, but it came to me as we were talking. Tell me one celebrity you would love to be your durable power of attorney. One celebrity you wouldn't. And why?
Oh, Lord. Where does she come up with this stuff, Tim?
In my brain.
I don't know. It scares me. I'm not. I plead the fifth.
Okay. Well, there's that. Thanks for not participating this time. You do not get a participation.
Or
Wow.
language usage.
This is where I need your language skills, your
Participation trophy.
Enunciation. Your participation trophy.
Okay. Let's see. I guess I'll let Brittany Snow be my power of attorney.
Why? You have to have some good reasons for that.
She's really pretty.
Okay, don't pick a POA based on their aesthetics.
And she's my favorite. I love to watch her.
You know, I was thinking you would say, I want to pick my favorite celebrity, the Sarah Young. That's okay, because we've established I am not a celebrity, nor do I play one on TV. Okay, so Brittany Snow.
Okay, and then I would not choose Rosie O'Donnell. There you go. That's what I got. How about you?
No, you're not getting out of that. Give me a reason. That's
'Cause
part
she's
2 of the
crazy.
question.
She's crazy.
I would like to take a moment to remind everyone that the opinions expressed on this podcast are for entertainment purposes only and
But
do not
sometimes
reflect
the truth.
and do not reflect the opinions of all hosts on this podcast. But they are Megan's opinions, and you're entitled to that. So there you go.
So what was Brittany Snow in? I'm trying to...
Hunting Wives, Pitch Perfect.
There's a new show. What's that new show on Netflix? The Monster Within. That show is phenomenal. She's been in a lot of stuff. She was a teen actor, and now she's an adult. She's like our age, right?
I think
He's
so.
39.
Oh, man, she's a youngin', as they say around here. She's much younger than you.
Well, I'm elderly.
I know.
Y'all are all younger than me.
Well, I'm about to be a year older, so.
Well,
By the
you're
time this
older than
podcast
you've ever
airs.
been. And now you're
yes.
even older.
At this point in my life.
And now you're even older.
Yep.
And now you're even older.
Okay, I think I'm getting it. I think
And now
I get
you're
it.
older still.
Okay, so you want me to answer. As far as what celebrity I would, although she is now an attorney, I would not pick Kim Kardashian. You know who I would go with? No, she went through a crazy phase too. I was going to say Natalie Portman because she went to Harvard, but she's been through some crazy things too.
Excuse me.
She's allergic to this conversation.
I am.
It's affecting her physically, mentally, emotionally. But anyway, I don't know if I have a pick for that. Maybe I'm trying to think of the most level-headed, like who's everyone's. Well, I can't say like the mom from Home Alone because she did some really dumb stuff, and she just died. So there's that.
You can no longer.
Too soon.
Jeez.
Yeah, I mean, don't pick the mom from Home Alone if she like flies across the ocean before she realizes that her kid is gone.
How about the mom from that 70s show?
No.
No?
No.
You don't like.
Do you know what those kids were doing? They were doing some bad things.
Yeah, but she was being lenient. Red was being obtuse.
And we won't even go into the legit things that happened with that one kid.
Danny Masterson. Yeah. Erase that. But the show shouldn't be punished for his ignorance.
Okay, so I got a great one. And this is a celebrity, just not an actress.
Okay.
Hoda Kotb. I love her.
There you go.
She is like so level-headed and so kind, and I think she would make good decisions for me. I'm not going to pick her like in real life, but if I had to pick a celebrity, let's go with her.
Okay. And
Or I don't know, Oprah. She's good with money.
Britney Spears is your no.
No, I had another no. Obviously, Britney Spears, because anyone that walks.
Well, that's somebody's free bingo space right there. we all know
that's an
that
always.
we're not.
Yeah.
That's an automatic no
Yeah.
for all of
I
them.
mean, yes, Britney Spears is a hard pass, but also this might surprise you. Will Ferrell, love him. He's hilarious. Love him. But that doesn't mean he can manage my money. He's hilarious. Trying to think of another one.
He pays with PayPal. I want to pay with you everywhere.
I have never seen that.
What?
Is that an SNL sketch?
No, it's on commercials on television. He's
Really?
doing the everywhere from Fleetwood Mac, but he's talking about paying everywhere with.
There you go. All the more reason. He's not spending my money. Not that I have a lot to spend, but okay. So we established that. Next question. Who would you pick, no takebacks, to be your healthcare power of attorney? Celebrity or otherwise? No, actually, that's too personal. Celebrity. Oh, wait, we didn't ask Tim.
Well, I had pleaded the fifth, but
Oh, that's right.
In the spirit of the game.
I would go with Deborah Jo Rupp, who is the mom, Kitty, from that 70s
Okay.
show.
She's cute.
Yeah, I would go with that. And absolutely not Gene Simmons.
Oh, wow. All right, Tim wins. He wins that round. Hands down. We don't even have to get into that. All right, healthcare power of attorney. Go ahead. Hopefully people are still listening. It wasn't that boring.
You don't need to quantify it.
It'll be fine.
You're avoiding the question.
I don't know. Blossom.
Maya Bialik.
She is highly intelligent. You know what? I know I said no takebacks, but she can be my durable power of attorney. She's extremely intelligent. Anyone that's a rocket scientist can handle my finances.
Yep. So
Maybe.
That's who I choose. There you go.
For the healthcare, though, she'd be pulling the plug before you're ready, though. She'd be like, she just had knee surgery. She's lived a good life.
Did you have knee surgery?
I did not.
Oh, so she's speaking for you.
Yeah. You don't want to be my healthcare power attorney?
I did not say that. I'm just saying what she would say.
Okay, well, you're famous. You do it. You're the Sarah Young.
Do we have to go there every single time?
Yes.
Yeah,
absolutely.
it's a thing. It's a thing.
Okay.
It's the Superman in our episode, like Seinfeld.
All
Every
right.
Seinfeld episode had a Superman somewhere.
Okay. Now, who would you say hard pass to for healthcare POA for?
Gwyneth Paltrow. I do not want her making my decisions.
Yeah, I would also say a hard pass to Dr. Kevorkian, but I think he's not living anymore. So
RFK Jr. Hard no.
yeah. I don't even want to get into the politics of that one.
I'm not. I'm saying I just don't want him.
Yeah, I
to-
don't either because, I don't know. So who
And
would
I love meat, but not that much.
All right.
We forgot to talk about the cow last night.
What cow?
Travis and I are buying a cow
Not as a pet, to eat.
to eat.
And why do
You
you
can
think I've
call
been
it Ashley.
feeding? Call it what?
Ashley.
No, we already named him. We've been feeding him.
I've been feeding him carrots that I find and miscellaneous vegetables that I find in my fridge. Assuming that's the one we actually get. But
It's definitely going to be.
so that we have a neighbor cow, and he's Silas's second best friend. First being Lucy, Megan's dog. Silas is my dog, of course, Golden Doodle.
He gallops up and down the fence every day.
They frolic together.
It's very cute.
Anyway,
Is this cow actually going to feed somebody?
Yeah, it's a cow for slaughter.
Excellent. Yes.
Yeah.
I love the flesh of my fellow vertebrates.
It's so yummy. Didn't we eat the last of the last cow you guys bought the other day?
I think there might be like one roast left. But yeah.
But so it wasn't enough for the whole meal. So you had the one that they bought that was raised next door to their house. And then you had what you bought in the store. And the color and everything about it was completely different.
Yeah.
Because
And-
it wasn't processed.
Well, both of them were vacuum sealed and frozen. But the one from the store, maybe a week or two. It had only been frozen for a week or two. Brought it home from the store. She immediately vacuum sealed it, threw it in the freezer. And the vacuum sealer is fine. I checked that. No sealing issues. And then vacuum sealed meat from the cow that, was grass fed that Travis's cousin had. And Yeah, it was like deep red, beautiful marble, and then it was like light
Brown.
pinkish, grayish.
Yep.
Just remarkable. But
Yeah, because they actually, not all places, grocery stores, they put enhancements to make it look more appealing.
So yeah, I'm very excited about buying a cow with Travis.
I'm sorry to interrupt this podcast. I've just received word of a real estate emergency. I apologize. I'm going to step out for a second. You guys keep going.
Or we'll
It's going to be
wait.
okay.
Or we'll just
No,
wait.
no. Keep talking. I
Oh,
can't
we
wait.
will continue to talk, but we'll wait on you for the podcast.
Okay, I'll be back.
It's called editing.
No, you don't have to edit. I like you.
We won't want to see this.
Are we off?
No, you go.
You do your thing. Give my ears a break.
Yeah, when I'm sitting here all day, and by the time I get done, it's like my ears hurt because they're up against my glasses, and the sound just driving into my head the whole time. So, yeah.
I'm gonna go raid your snacks.
Okay.
I can't eat these while we're doing the podcast, so I'll eat them. It's gonna be so yummy. I love chips.
Me too, especially those, because they're avocado oil and olive oil. And, yeah. They're owned by Utz.
Wow, Sarah can actually have these.
What is she calling them?
She is allergic to soy. And that's in a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Utz is where my grandmother lives.
Hanover? Mm-hmm. Also, where Snyder of Hanover is, and Utz tried to buy them, and the FTC says, nope, that's a monopoly. I'm like, but you let them buy other chip companies, and Utz already makes pretzels. So, what the hell?
That's ridiculous. But yeah, my aunt has worked for Snyder's since she got out of high school.
Nice.
And she's now like 60. So are you going to watch the Super Bowl?
Oh, yeah.
Who you pulling for?
Seattle, because I'm a Steelers fan, and they can't have 7 Super Bowl wins. Plus, I just hate them. Sadly
Yeah,
enough,
Sarah said they win too much.
they do. Plus, I want to see Sam Darnold, who was drafted by the lowly Jets, actually win. And yeah, we're trying to figure out what we're going to do for Super Bowl.
Did you invite Tim and Stephanie to the event that I don't know about?
I don't know what you're talking about.
What?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Just a simple yes or no. Blink twice. Or yes. She's not blinking.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, I hope you can make it.
What is she talking about?
Oh, earmuffs.
Oh, yeah, because you don't hear me talking through the mic.
All I hear is crunching.
Sarah.
Crunch, crunch, crunch. I'll step out.
I'm almost done.
I'll step out.
I have 4 chips left.
No, I need to fill him in because I don't know details. I just heard general ruminations.
There's no soy, I checked.
Thank you.
So what is the soy for? Is that usually the oil or something?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's in so much oil, it's like a problem when we go to eat at restaurants, especially fast food and stuff.
Yeah. What the hell is that? That's her phone.
No, not my phone.
It's yours. Somebody. Was it mine? No.
Yeah, I love when the ingredients read potatoes, avocado oil, sea salt. That's it.
Can I have some?
Right there. I got you a bag.
That is perfect. Thank you.
That I love the flavor of those. I love everything about that company,
They're really good.
which it's owned by Utz, but I love everything about that brand.
They're in Hanover.
Yep.
I just took you there.
What?
Hanover.
Boulder.
No.
No, they're in Hanover. The name is Boulder Mountain.
Read the back of the bag. Hanover, Pennsylvania. I just took you there. So the local people, when
Our
we
journey started in Boulder, Colorado.
Right, but it's in Boulder, not Boulder, in Hanover, Pennsylvania. They got bought out by Utz.
You're really good.
Yeah. So the local people want.
Oh, they call it Snacktown. Like any of their like Facebook pages and things like that, they always call it Snacktown because of all the, Utz and Snyder's and all that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Abby wants to kill my daughter.
What? What'd you say?
Tell her no, it's not allowed.
I was crunching. What'd you say?
Abby wants to kill her daughter.
She wants to kill Scarlett.
Oh,
She's been extra. I think
That's
she's
fine.
going stir crazy. I think they're all going stir crazy.
So Susie, who is my marketing person, one of her daughters is Scarlett. So her name, this is not, I don't think it was planned in the beginning because she wasn't with her current husband. She has a daughter named Sarah.
oh,
Her husband's name is Stephen. And then there's Scarlett and Serena. And so all of them are S names. But Sarah is just finished her, or is halfway through her freshman year of college. So Stephen wasn't the husband then.
okay.
Yeah, most of my kids have M names. Not all of them, though, obviously. Michelle, Monica, Madeline, Mia, Megan, Scarlett, and Archer.
Most of mine, my favorites, they all have S names. Sloan and Silas. I didn't name Amber. And then Callie,
Who is that?
the cat.
Her husband's cat.
Definitely his cat.
He wants to kill all of us.
She wants to kill everyone other than him.
So, we were,
She has murderous intent.
yeah, I was just laying on Sarah's bed in the middle of the day, going through a magazine with her during her recovery. And this
Yeah,
cat,
she was babysitting me because Travis was at a Wake Forest football game. Yeah, and I was at the stage where I had to be babysat still.
and this
Fun
cat
times.
starts climbing up the back of the bed, but like ripping its claws through the bed and like, I'm
Like against the wall.
like
Like it went between the bed and the wall, and she's pulling herself up.
It was like the grudge cat.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, Sarah will walk by this stupid cat and it'll just like,
I'll just take a chunk out of your arm.
yeah, I'm pretty sure Sloane's most famous sentence is, "Mommy, Callie bite me."
She still says it like that too when Kelly bites her because she's always said it like that. It's still cute. Anyway. All right, shall we?
We shall return.
And now back to our regularly scheduled bullshit.
I love it. Thank you for allowing me to step away for a second for my real estate emergency. So we were on guardianships. We had digressed for a second.
We did. So give me the key takeaways. Take me back, counselor.
Guardianship strips your rights. Number one, you lose control of your money, your property, and your personal decisions. It's necessary sometimes, but avoid it if possible. Number two, it's expensive and time consuming. So aside from the upfront costs, there are ongoing annual costs, and it's a long process. Number three, it makes everything harder, especially selling real estate, which requires court approval. You can't gift assets. Medicaid gets way more complicated. And annual accountings are required with the clerk of court.
So the alternative is simple and cheaper. Yay.
What voice is that?
I just need to make it sound like there are more people on our podcast because we're cool.
It's a peanut gallery.
Listen, Linda. Linda, you get back in that peanut gallery and zip it. All right. Well, what, Megan, pray tell, are the alternatives that are simple and cheaper?
I don't know. I'm not an attorney. I can't give legal advice.
Burn!
You know what's really funny, though, Tim? So when we do consultations, I go in the beginning and get all of the data. But it never fails. They immediately want to go into, like, all the stuff. I'm like, I really just need names, addresses. Like, I'm just, like, what is your legal middle name? And the amount of times that women do not know, especially older women, I'm like, just pull out your driver's license. What does it say?
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, it's my maiden name. So it's always surprising. But then they'll be like, okay, but, like, just tell me. And I'm like, I'm really sorry, Jane. I can't talk to you about that. I'm not an attorney. I can't give you legal advice. And that would be giving legal advice. And they're like, so could you hypothetically tell me what I would do if this was for my dog? I'm like, what? Or they're like, but you know the answer. I'm like, but I'm still not an attorney. I didn't drink that Kool-Aid. I didn't go to school long enough. And I don't have a bar number. I can't help you.
Okay.
It's always funny.
All right, so...
And then they'll tell Sarah, I wasn't done my story. Let me finish my story. So anyway, then Sarah comes in and they're like, well, she wouldn't tell me nothing. Like, I'm going to be in trouble for that. Like, she's like, okay.
She did her job. Fantastic. Gold star for you.
Well, she doesn't even work here, so.
She just
Do
appeared.
that one day, be like, who's this? I thought you brought her. In my uniform.
Yes. I found it.
Found it.
I found it on the back of some girl's chair and I stole it and came in here.
I stole it with a D at the
Stole
end.
it.
Okay, so cheaper and simpler alternatives. Durable power of attorney, healthcare power of attorney, living will, HIPAA, and a living trust or another trust.
So do it now.
Do it now, not later. Absolutely. But the thing is, you can't plan for incapacity after you're incapacitated. Waiting is the most expensive mistake. So nobody wants to think about becoming incapacitated, but not planning doesn't make it less likely to happen. It just makes makes it harder for the people you love. So, like my former boss used to say, estate planning is compassionate. It's an act of love. Give them the gift of a plan.
So about 1/3 of the guardianship cases that I've worked on were needed. There was no other option.
It's actually a low percentage. I know we've done a lot of adult children with special needs lately.
Yes, we
which
have.
is probably why you say the third, but it's more like 2/3 in my experience didn't have to happen. But anyway, go ahead.
That's what I said.
No, you said 1/3.
I said 1/3 needed to happen. Only 1/3 of the guardianship
So it means
cases.
2/3. Okay. Yeah.
It's okay. We're back on the same wavelength. Look in my eyes. Tell me I'm pretty.
They're being shifty. Your eyes are shifty right now. Where are you looking? You're looking over there?
You're beautiful.
Over there.
Thank you, Tim. See?
You're welcome.
Did you see that? It just put me at ease. Just help me out. But I have thought this didn't have to happen. Just do the paperwork. Have the awkward conversation. I know that nobody likes thinking about this. And many times when we do estate plans, there is at least one time of getting choked up. But
Yes.
it's worth it. Make it easier for the people you love, not harder. Give them what they need to be able to help you, to take care of you. So spend the money now so that your family doesn't have to spend 10 times that later. or more.
Absolutely. Have that awkward conversation. Guardianship should be your last resort, your plan Z, not your plan A. Make sure you at least have plans A, B, C, D, blah, blah, Y in place first. So, call to action here.
If you're in North Carolina and you don't have these documents, call the law office of Sarah Young at 336-698-3113 and we'll do an estate plan. Even if you're not local, we can do it.
Yes, we can cover any county in North Carolina. We have people that can come to you. But anyway,
But no matter where you live, call this week.
and it doesn't even have to be us. I would love it. I would be honored if you called. We might even give you a little discount. If you say,
Mention the
mention the podcast.
and we will give you a discount.
How much?
I'm not committing to anything. Right now.
TBA.
Okay.
Yeah, you can't put me on the spot like that. But and also if your aging parents don't have the documents, have the conversation. Let them listen to this crazy episode. Let them look on the Google.
So my question for listeners, have you dealt with a guardianship for a loved one? Email us or comment on the Facebook post or however you do that these days, because I'm not really tech savvy. But or you can private message us your stories, and we might even do a follow-up episode on it. So before we sign off,
Sarah has more weird random questions for you, and so do I.
if there was a sandwich named after you, what would be on it?
A sandwich.
The Megan with an H. Megan Siobhan.
Not a cheeseburger. Sandwich.
Why can't a cheeseburger be a sandwich?
And so can a hot dog to some people.
I mean, if you can call fried chicken a sandwich, a cheeseburger is a sandwich.
Well, then I would want at least 3 types of cheese on it and a fried egg.
Oh, hard over hard or runny?
Runny.
Okay, but you want the whites to be stiff.
Yeah. So it needs to be over medium.
Stiff whites.
And then it got off.
We're punchy. You want it over medium.
We got to be weird at some point in this episode. So.
And then I want jalapenos on it.
But you're spicy.
Yes, I want it to be spicy. You know, maybe some like, oh God, what's the jam that you put on it that I really like?
Jalapeno jelly
Yeah, that. I want that on it.
and some brie.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Is that
I
in
also
addition
want-
to the other 3?
And I want
gonna be
a
this
tomato.
You want what?
A tomato. I want a tomato on it.
What type
whole
of tomato? Heirloom
Yeah,
or
it needs-
beefsteak?
It needs to be very red, not that like pale pink bull crap.
I like a good heirloom purple-ish tomato, but you can't get those this time of year.
Now you're making me hungry. I really want
What's
to eat.
new?
Me too. I haven't eaten all day.
Well, thank you for donating 2 bags of chips to the cause.
Oh,
Mr.
absolutely.
Tim.
That's why they're there.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I was sad. I got on the scale this morning.
Nope, we don't share those private numbers.
That's not what I'm sharing.
Okay.
And I have found out that since I started working for Sarah, I've gained 20 pounds. Now,
Well,
that
you
was over
feed
a
me.
long period of time, but still.
Yeah, it's been a while. Why are you so far from your mic right now?
Spell it. There.
I'm right here, right next to you,
You're not
watching
next to me.
you.
You're across the table.
Always.
It's making me
No-
freak
nobody
out.
knows
Stop
that.
looking at
Nobody
me.
knows that.
Stop looking at
Other
me.
than the people on the camera.
And careful because we're being recorded. And look how you're.
You can't
Sitting.
say anything.
You can't.
He's
see.
like, I already tried.
Yeah, I've already.
It's fine.
Okay,
Sarah. Stop
okay.
giving me a complex.
So,
So, that's my sandwich. That's my sandwich.
What
That's
kind of
my-
bread?
This is. Oh, it is a. You know. I, don't
I
know.
already know a good answer for
It's
you.
either going to be a pretzel roll. Oh, I love those.
Being
Or-
from Pennsylvania, that makes sense
That's
for me.
it's
Or
fitting.
a potato roll.
Yeah, that's clearly the only option for a good Irish girl.
There we go. So it's a toss up.
Which
so
you're not really Irish.
You could
You
choose.
just look Irish.
I'm not Irish. I'm German, but I'm
am.
okay. I'm okay with that.
We should have my grandma on here. My grandma.
Grandma Eileen.
Yes, Grandma.
I don't know why I
Eileen.
asked that. The other grandma's dead. That is so
She
mean.
is deceased. May she rest.
Poor Grandma Ivy.
That was Grandma Ivy. And I don't know why we call Grandma Eileen by her first name and Grandma Ivy by her last. She was more formal, whereas Grandma Eileen came to party. Maybe that's it. I don't know. But, okay.
What's
I
on
want you
your
to
sandwich?
tell her that to her face.
Hell no. No, I don't want to die. So, if there's a sandwich with my name on it, what would it be? I do like a good cheese. So I'm trying to decide if it would be toasted or not toasted. So we've covered this, but my favorite holiday is Thanksgiving. So I would say the sandwich would be on a good thick, two good thick slices of potato bread. And then we're going to have Gruyere, brie, leftover Thanksgiving turkey, cranberry sauce, and maybe even some dressing, stuffing, depending on where you are geographically. You got to have a good aioli, a garlic avocado aioli on it, and you got to have cranberry sauce. So,
That's your sandwich. All
my
right,
sandwich.
Tim. What's your sandwich? What's the Tim?
oh, and it's toasted. So,
So I have had several places that have done specialties for me, sandwiches. And
really?
otherwise. Yes.
He's famous.
So there was a restaurant here at one time called Bob's Big Gas and Subs.
Loved that
Yeah.
restaurant.
If you say it fast, it's Bob's Big Ass Subs.
Yeah.
Right. So it's we had a special sandwich.
Miss that
People would
place.
come in and say, "Hey, we want the less desirables."
I remember that sandwich.
Yeah. So that was it was mine. There was
Megan, he's famous.
goat cheese for certain was
Oh.
on it. Yeah.
Excellent choice.
I think there was roast beef and turkey at the same time.
Roast beast and
Yeah.
Yummy.
And let's see, mayo, because I love mayo. I like bread and butter pickles.
Me too.
Yeah.
you know, if they're spicy, I can do a good bread and butter, but a bread and butter.
Try again.
I'm having so many issues today.
That was me, not anything.
A
I said.
spicy bread and butter pickle.
I was looking over there. I was like, what does he have?
That.
It's just his mouth. He can
It's
just
just
do
my
things.
mouth. It's my throat. And I want it on either toasted rye, and I'm not a toasted bread fan normally, but I think rye is so much better.
Oh, toasted.
Yeah.
Has to be toasted.
Yeah, because it gets all the seeds and stuff in the rye. It makes it's
Toasty.
toasted. Yeah.
Those caraway seeds.
Yeah, caraway seeds are good too. I use those. I grind them myself in my mortar and
You're
pestle.
so fancy.
Yeah, and also a very dark orange sharp cheddar. I like that. It's,
Extra sharp.
yeah, I want it to cut me. It's so sharp. I don't like cheddar on burgers though. Cheddar does not belong on a cheeseburger, even with bacon, that bacon cheddar crap.
Well, according to Megan, we're talking sandwiches, and she doesn't view a burger as a sandwich. So if you view a burger as a sandwich, please.
I'm not
us a comment somewhere.
viewing it in the source, the vein
Oh, now
of
he's
a sandwich.
backpedaling.
I'm just saying, if it's on a burger, do not put cheddar on it because cheddar does not melt well. It's
Cheddar
oily.
is better.
It's oily.
It is oily.
It looks like paper, whereas American cheese is made to melt, as is Gruyere, as is Munster. So
I can get on board with some Freedom cheese on a burger.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I'll tolerate it. In fact, I always put a slice of American on my grilled cheeses. I have to have a fancy cheese, but then I unfancy it with a slice of Freedom cheese.
It's not unfancy. It's classing the joint up.
There you
She
go.
made me the best grilled cheese the other day. It was so good. Oh my gosh, what did you put on it? It was Ashe County cheese.
Ashe County habanero Swiss or Ashe County habanero Jack or something. It had habanero in it, and it was
Yeah.
white. So I did a couple like thin slices of that because you have to hand slice it, and then I sandwiched it in with American cheese. I don't remember what type of bread it was. I think it was just basic white bread, but
It was so good. It was so melty and it was spicy, and I love spicy.
it had just the right amount of heat for sure. But Ashe County cheese is great cheese.
It is all kinds of all different varieties of it.
Yes, I have not had one I didn't like.
It's definitely my favorite.
All right, so that's it. We're going to sign off here. So, question: have you dealt with guardianship? We already asked that. Tell us. And thanks for listening to Motion to Spill. Protect the people you love. Let's get it done. And we'll see you next week.
Sounds good. Goodbye to the Sarah Young.
Megan. Quick reminder, while I am a lawyer, I may not be your lawyer. This podcast is designed to educate and entertain, not to provide legal advice for your personal situation. Every legal issue is unique, and good legal advice requires knowing all the specifics of your case, which I don't have from a podcast. If you need legal help with a legal matter, please consult with a qualified attorney in your jurisdiction who can give you personalized guidance. Thanks for listening, and remember, no attorney-client relationship is created by tuning in.
This is Motion to Spill. All rights are reserved. So this podcast is ours, not yours. We made it, we own it, and we copyrighted it. So don't steal our stuff, don't copy it, share it commercially, or don't try to pass it off as your own genius. If you want to use our content for something, just ask us, like a normal person. We might say yes, and we might say no, but at least you won't be breaking the law. Seriously though, unauthorized use of this content can get you in legal trouble, and no one wants that kind of drama. And I mean, come on, she's an attorney. Don't mess with her.